All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and it's going to look really funny because I'm holding a microphone, but you don't get to hear me through a microphone. But everybody who's watching on our live stream can hear me through the microphone, and if I don't use it, they don't hear me. So I get to stand up here with this really cool prop. Thank you so much for coming out today. I love my job, and there are a lot of really cool parts of my job, but this part, hands down, every time we do this, I say it because it's the truth, is my favorite part of my job. Without question. Getting to watch athletes transition their passion, something that they've worked on for probably the majority of their 18 years of life, and take that skill to the next level is one of the coolest things that we as teachers and coaches get to do. We get to watch these kids do what they love and watch the efforts that they have put in on the field, on the court, in the weight room, in the classroom, come to fruition and pay off. And so today we're going to celebrate 3 of our athletes and their next step at their respective universities, which, awesome job, 2 of you are going to the same place, so you get to know each other. Sorry, Sailor. Not going with the group there. But what we are going to do is we are going to hear from each of them and their families and some inspirational people who have been a part of their journey. And then they're going to sign their letters of intent. We're going to do it alphabetically. So we'll start with Burghart, and then Hawkins, and then Olson. When you sign your letters of intent, it has to be painfully slow, like say each letter of your signature, so that people can take lots of pictures. Remember that they're taking pictures of you, so smile big, even while you're signing. It feels really awkward, but smile big because you don't want to be that photo that gets posted that you're mean mugging. So when that gets to happen, you're welcome to come on up to the stage and take your pictures. And then afterwards, you can walk on over and take pictures with your people over by the backdrop, okay? So without further ado, we're going to start with Addie. Addie, who's here to speak for you today? All right, Coach Dial, come on up, sir. And I'm going to hand this down to him, and I'm going to get out of the way. It's Samantha. Will you pass it off to McHenry when you're done? Yep.
Well, sorry, this is awkward. Holding the mic and then not talking into it. But I was fortunate to coach Addie about half of her summer club softball career. And I still remember the day Addie and her mom were at Tecumseh South. And I walked out and was like, hey, I'm starting a softball team. First year players, does Addie want to play? And they're like, well, definitely. And I was like, well, just a heads up. You know, Addie's a year younger than everybody else, so she's going to have to keep up. And her mom was like, she'll be able to handle it. Don't you worry. And to this point, Addie proved it. She's always been able to handle playing with the older girls and so forth. So her mom was a little bit of a psychic there, and Addie came through with that. So and that's weird that I can still remember walking out to them to this day and that being the case. But Addie has always been a fierce competitor. She's always been quiet, so you may not have known it, but she takes winning and losing very, very seriously. And when we were younger, nobody wanted to play the outfield. And then when we started doing the travel stuff, Addie was the first to say, I'll go out there. And then at that time, she was one of the best center fielders in the state. And that's like at 7 and 8U. So that just kind of shows you how she's always willing to do the little things for the team and that she was a team player. And then as you know, she's a very, very talented athlete, multi-sports, soccer when she was younger, a little bit of volleyball, basketball, softball, and so forth. And she's helped the community win a couple of state tournaments or state championships with softball, as you know. But through all that, once again, she was always a team player. And people that are as athletic as her usually aren't team managers for other teams. And that shows a lot about Addie's character and that she's willing to help others. So, Addie, it was a privilege to be able to coach you, and thank you for inviting me to this. Coach McHenry?
I'm Coach McHenry. I coach volleyball at the high school, and Addie's been my manager for 2 years. I've known all of them for now 4 years besides Addie, but I'll just talk about Addie for right now. I've already mentioned this. I miss Addie bothering me. She's already came to the middle school and bothered me. She's just a fun kid to have around. Right when I walked in, she calls me Samantha every single day. So we've got that going for us. Addie, though, honestly, was a great manager. I could trust all of her stats. When I was down a coach, Addie was my other coach and let me bicker and complain, and she just sat there and smiled and yelled at me some of the times as well. She does what's asked of her, even if she might roll her eyes a little bit with it. But Addie's always there to help us. She fills up all of their water bottles. And I know that sometimes being a manager is hard because, you know, maybe she wanted to play volleyball and didn't play. She can play. If you want, I'll just let you know, she can play volleyball. But we appreciated her. She came to every practice. She didn't miss a practice. She didn't miss a game. And that shows a lot about her character. Even though she didn't play, that shows that she's willing to be there for others when they need her. And I've loved getting to know Addie. I've loved getting to know you. I'm going to miss you a lot. But I'm so excited to watch you play softball this year and to see you play at Hayes as well. So congrats to you guys as well. You've got an awesome daughter. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Coach. All right. So we're going to let Addie, do you want to pick a parent to say something real quick about you before we move on? All right. Winner. There you go. You don't even have to stand up.
I don't have to stand up. Okay, so we are exceptionally proud of Addison. She is, she's like everything you would want your daughter to be. Stop it. She's kind, she's generous, she's smart, she's talented, she's driven. She cares about the things that she does to a very, very infinite degree. She focuses her passion into things that she will do very well. So we're just really excited to see where this takes her. We're really proud of her. It has been a joy to watch her grow up. And I can't wait to see what she does. Your turn.
What am I supposed to say? Okay, so first of all, I want to thank everyone for coming, especially Mike for making my cookies and all that. And then for Sammy and all my coaches over the years for letting me play and be who I am. And all the parents and my friends who decided to show up today. And all you guys, and I'm excited to be with you, Claire. And then Taylor, I will come watch you play against Claire. Thank you for coming.
All right, we're going to move on now to Miss Taylor. Taylor, who's here to speak for you today? All right, Sammy and Parks. Look who's here. Here you go.
Figured I'd stay here. These two, I've always talked kind of hand in hand to them. They are our towers. I've known Taylor now for 4 years. I've been coaching for 4 years, so I've known her since a freshman. She's grown into such a powerful player to where she can dominate whenever she wants to. She's a leader for when we need her to be a leader. She goes and talks to the refs when we don't think the right calls are happening and does it respectfully, which is what I always have them do. She can play all the way around, and if you don't know for volleyball, for being a middle, that's a big deal. The fact that she's able to pass well and to dig well as a 6'1", I'll give you, middle, that's a great aspect to have in her game. She's one of our best defenders and actually one of our best serve receivers. She's always fun to watch. She wants to get a kill. Taylor wants to be perfect, and I have to tell her she can't be perfect all the time. That sometimes they will dig a ball, and that happens. She's improved so much. She's gone from kind of a little gangly, little tall girl to honestly just a super powerful player, recently just earning all city honors, and that's a huge accomplishment she should be proud of. She's always supportive. She works hard. You guys have someone, I know you have a daughter that's so determined to do so well. I know she wants to go make a difference at Pitt, and she's going to make a big difference for them. You're going to change their game completely, and I believe that 100%. She's so much fun to be around. They call me Sam's, and I don't find it disrespectful because they're just they're my people. They're my, but she always has the respect for me, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, Taylor. Pitt's extremely lucky to have you. First, just some stats. Taylor averaged 5.5 kills a game. She averaged 1.5 blocks per game, and then 6.08 digs per game. And once again, for middle, that's pretty good. But Taylor, I'm so proud of you. I've told you all I don't know if I can wear your shirts. I might have to split it up with, some Washburn stuff on the side as well. Sorry. But Pitt is very lucky to have you, and you should be proud of everything you've done and accomplished. Thanks. Parks.
Okay, I have notes here, so I'm going to use them. And I was asked to speak for 2 of the girls, and I'm going to talk about all 3. So I hope that's okay. So this is, I knew Sammy was going to talk about some statistics and stuff, but I just kind of wanted to generally go over what I thought were qualities that these girls have that will help them be successful in their collegiate career. And so thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about the things that make you guys so awesome. My husband, who is also a coach here at Shawnee Heights, works a lot with his athletes and comes up with different things during the seasons that help motivate them or explain their program and give them something to strive for. And one of the things he uses with his team is an acronym. It's called GET, G-E-T. G stands for gratitude, E stands for effort, and T stands for toughness. For gratitude, these ladies understand that participating in athletics is a privilege, and they take that very seriously, and they appreciate that, and they appreciate all the people that help them get there along the way. Everyone in this room, family, friends, teammates, coaches, and especially their parents. The way they talk about you, the way I see you interact with each other, you can tell they're very thankful for everything that you do for them that's helped gotten them to this spot right here. And they've been blessed with that support system, which I know that's going to carry on to in future years. Effort. It takes a great deal of physical effort and mental effort to compete at any level, really, especially high school level and collegiately. And that they need to have a lot of effort to be successful. You need to be able to put out the effort. All of these 3 ladies have trained very hard in season and the off season to help them become successful and to do what they're doing on a daily basis. And I know that's going to carry over, and that's given them an opportunity like they have today. Hours of practice, off-season conditioning. And I know they're doing it because they're doing it with us, okay? So that's exciting. They've also worked a lot on mental training and mental focus, which is going to be really important for future. And those types of things that you guys have worked on is not going to go unnoticed by your coaches. Lastly, T for toughness. When I think of toughness, I think of a few things just specifically. With Taylor, I think of her battling injury after injury this season in particular and doing everything she can to get on the court to support her teammates. That's tough. I think of Claire giving her all, practice, summer conditioning, hardly missed a session. Coming to practice every day, willing to work hard, and doing that all while receiving numerous academic awards. That's tough. I think of Addie competing at a championship level in softball and then having that season taken away from her last year. That's hard. But she gets up, she comes to practice, she works hard in the off season, she takes care of business, and works even harder to make this next one be awesome. That's tough. And the hours and hours she spent entertaining the Parks boys at practice. That is tough. And they love her for it. So we often hear about coaches talking about, oh, they want their kids to be tough. They want their athletes to be tough. These girls are some of the toughest kids I know. And so I'm really excited with what the future is going to hold for all of you. Thanks for letting me be a part of it. And I'm so excited for you. And I do not have a problem wearing this shirt at all. Thank you.
All right, Taylor, who's talking for you now? Dad, all right. Here you go, Dad.
All right. Just make it pretty simple. Super proud of you and all you've accomplished. You could have picked Washburn, which is right down the street, but no, I'm super happy with Pitt State. I think it's going to work out for you. You know, just being just a good 4 years. I've never had to chase you for your grades or any of that stuff, so super proud. Your turn.
I just want to thank everyone for coming, and all my teammates for pushing me to be who I am, especially our volleyball team. I love you guys so much, and I don't know what I'm going to do without literally any of you next year. And I want to thank all of my other teammates, basketball, softball, for coming. You guys mean a lot to me, and you've pushed me to be the athlete I am today. All my coaches, just thank you. Friends, family, you guys mean a lot to me, and I hope you all know that.
All right, and last but not least, we have Miss Claire. Claire, who's here to talk for you today. Come on down this way, Coach.
All right, my other tower. I've always joked about this. I get asked all the time if they're twins. They're not. So it'll be fun to see you guys across the court from each other, staring each other down. I hope you both block each other just the same amount. Claire was another tall, gangly kid as a freshman. Was a setter at first and hit, and developed into this awesome lefty who controls the right side. Outsides don't want to be blocked by you. They don't want to be up with her, if you know what that means. I mean, she just can dominate on the block. She's, as I mentioned before, one of my most improved players I've ever seen. Just mentally, the way you lead, even though she's kind of a quiet leader, a silent leader, she's always doing what I've asked of her. She always works hard. And I know you guys I trust her. I've always trusted her. That's a great thing to have, Claire. 4 years with her, I've been able to see her grow. She's such a great kid. If anyone knows her, she's just a good one to be around. You're going to do so many great things at Hayes. They caught a good one at the end, and I mean that. Once again, you can go in and change a program. You could start as a freshman, and I know you can do that. Tell them you passed too, and say you can play some back row. But you can set as well, and that's something that they're going to look forward to. Claire averaged 6.1 kills per game, an average of 2 digs per game, and an average of 2 blocks, like combined solo blocks. But for all 3 of you, you two I've had for 4 years, and that's a big thing. We spent a lot of hours together in the gym, out of the gym, and you guys mean so much to me. I am just so excited to see where your future goes. Addie, like we've said, you've but like Park said, we've got kids running in the gym, and I love it. And Addie is the babysitter. She's awesome. And these girls are really needy, and Addie handles that as well as she can. But all you parents, you should be so proud. You've got great daughters. I looked forward to coming to practice every single day and them coming up and talking to me. Whether it was volleyball or not, I loved being there for them. You guys, enjoy your senior year. It goes by quick. All right, even with everything going on, enjoy it. But also know that college it's awesome. And the fact that you get to play a college sport is rare. There's that percentage of kids that get to play college sports is not a lot. And the fact that you're signing to do so, take advantage of it. Ask coaches for extra practice. Do what you can to get in the games. But enjoy it. I promise it's some of the best years of your life. So I'm so proud of you guys, and I can't wait to watch you all play. Thank you.
All right, Claire, who is it? All right, there you go.
Well, I won't take up too much time, but thank you, Coach McHenry and Coach Parks especially for taking on Claire in 4 years to get her improved. So when you talk about improved, you know, her sophomore year she was a setter. She was a setter her whole life. I remember that conversation. Hey, I want to make her a left side or right side hitter as a left-handed hitter, and I was like, let's do it. And so when you talk about improvement, she's sitting here today because of coaches, teachers, family. Thank you for all showing up, teammates, co-workers, everybody. Just appreciate the support and the effort through the years. Apparently I didn't coach her very well enough because I was her softball coach through 5th grade. So I'm glad she took that route, and it's paid off. So as a person, I'm more proud of her than anything. Volleyball is one thing, but to be the person she is amazing. So proud of you, your mom and I, and brothers. The brothers get dragged to the gym a lot, and so thank you, brothers, also. So proud of you.
Okay, well, I didn't really plan anything for this, but I just want to thank everyone for coming, especially through all of this. It definitely means a lot that you guys came here. I also want to thank all my teammates for pushing me to be the best that I can. I truly wouldn't be where I am without all of you, and all my friends. You guys probably don't think that you mean a lot to my athletic career, but you actually do, because you're the ones that help keep me going. I also want to thank these people to the side of me for taking me to practices and pushing me to be my best. Carter, he wanted some recognition, so I gave him some. And just, they even pepper with me sometimes. They play with me even though they don't want to, so that really means a lot to me. So thank you, everyone.
All right, so now is the time that we are officially here for. So we are going to sign our letters of intent one at a time so that you get your moment. Take every ounce of your moment seriously. Spell it as loud as you possibly can, as slow as you possibly can, and everybody at the table smile obnoxiously big. So you are great in your photos. So without further ado, Addie is going to sign her letter of intent to play softball for Fort Hays State University. So if you would like to take pictures of Addie, feel free to grab your camera right now. Every letter of your word, go. There it is. Yep, that's perfect. It feels awkward, but it's perfect. All right, good. Let's give Addie a round of applause. Good job, Addie. All right, let's move on to Taylor. Taylor, it's your moment now. All right, take your time. Sign them both. Lots of big smiles. If you're getting your pictures of Taylor, you're here now. She's on the last name of the first page, folks. She's going fast. Slow down. Pause at the W. Oh, no. Don't forget the middle initial. It's okay. She's rounding third. All right, let's give Taylor a round of applause. And I'm going to get out of the way so that Claire can sign hers. So nice and slowly, Claire signing her letter of intent now. All right, good job. Let's give them all a round of applause again. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. All right. All right, so with that, I believe that everybody has some treats that have been prepackaged and socially distant corona outside. You are welcome to come up and take pictures. Please make sure that if you are taking pictures and you are not in a familial cohort, I'm doing my due diligence and my reported responsibility of telling you to follow safety guidelines, okay? And afterwards, you're welcome to come outside and have your treats. Thank you.